room. Anyway, with all protocols observed and salutations observed, I'd just like to commence with my address to you this morning. And it does give me great pleasure to be here today with a feeling of profound responsibility at the launch of the much-awaited report on inclusive education for Orang Asli children. The final results of Yayasan Saim Darby, or as we call it, YSD's collaboration with ideas. This stands at the heart of what YSD believes, which is in equitable access to quality education for all. In this case, of course, the Orang Asli children of Malaysia. Today marks not only the conclusion of a research journey, but the beginning of a renewed commitment, a commitment to equity, to representation, and to ensuring that no child, regardless of their background or geography, is left behind in our education system. Ladies and gentlemen, Yayasan Saim Darby, or YSD as I said, is a philanthropic arm of Saim Darby Berhad, SD Guthrie Berhad, and Saim Darby Property Berhad. For over 4 decades, YSD has contributed over 1.1 billion ringgit towards initiatives spanning across our 5 pillars of education, environment, community and health, sport, and arts and culture. Our partnership with Ideas goes back more than a decade. Over the years, we have come to value and cherish our partnership with them, a trusted strategic partner in our mission to support marginalized communities. Tunku Zainal and his team's transparent, evidence-based advocacy is grounded in a mutual passion to close the gaps in education access, especially for marginalized groups like the children with autism and the Orang Asli. Together, YSD and Ideas have focused on issues that are often left out of mainstream discourse. Our collaboration spans both policy research, early intervention through the Ideas Autism Center, for instance, both of which have brought to light the structural barriers faced by underserved communities. Sorry, it's almost, they do deserve it. It's just underserved. And more importantly, what we can do to overcome them. In 2020, YSD commenced support for Ideas to launch a multi-phase project on education for Orang Asli children, with the Ministry of Education's approval and support. Through fieldwork and interviews with parents, teachers, and students from 39 Orang Asli villages in the 5 states of Selangor, Johor, Kelantan, Perak, and Pahang, Ideas has brought real stories to the surface. Together, we also produced 3 animation videos and 1 documentary video as part of our advocacy initiatives to highlight the challenges Orang Asli children face in education and access to it, and to increase awareness among the general public to support the cause. Engagements with open discussions were done with key stakeholders such as academia, Orang Asli experts, civil society organizations, private sector, and government agencies, including the MOE and the Jabatan Kemajuan Orang Asli, JAKOA, highlighting policy recommendations. However, the main issue raised by various stakeholders during the roundtable discussions is still the gap between Orang Asli education policies and the actual implementation of programs and initiatives on the ground, which often resulted in unmet objectives and limited impact. We both knew we had to take this work further, and in 2022, 3 years ago, YSD continued our support for ideas for the next phase. This time, while carrying out our engagements with policymakers, meetings and education programs were carried out in 3 Orang Asli schools recommended by MOE in Gua Musang, Kelantan, where so much was learnt. The milestone report to be launched today is not merely data and recommendations. It is a reflection of lived experiences, of stories shared under village trees and in community halls, of hope, of frustration, and of aspiration. Throughout this journey, it is also became clear that while various challenges remain, there is also incredible potential that can only be unlocked through true collaboration. This is why we at YSD are proud to have supported the formation of the Seed Community for Orang Asli Education, currently led by Ideas, which is a coalition of organizations dedicated to advancing educational equity and improving the lives of Orang Asli communities. The Seed Community is more than a network. It is a living, growing collaboration to drive long-term community-rooted change. Our appreciation and gratitude goes out to all our partners who contributed to this report that is being launched today. Ladies and gentlemen, at the core of this collaboration is Dr. Surya Selassie Angit, a Temia academic and advocate from Nottingham University, whose leadership and lived experiences have added immense value to the project. Her perspective and that of her community have not only informed this report, but also inspired all of us to think differently about what inclusive education truly means. I'm excited to listen to Dr. Surya's presentation of this landmark report, which will happen shortly. And I believe that this report is a call to action, urging us all to do more, listen more carefully, and act with urgency and clarity. But a report alone will not bring change. Implementation will. We need your support from government agencies to NGOs and grassroots movements to turn words into action. Remember, inclusive education is not just about access. It is about belonging. It's about creating learning environments where Orang Asli children see themselves reflected in their education, where they feel valued, capable, and visible. To the Orang Asli communities who opened their doors and shared their voices, terima kasih. Your wisdom and resilience are at its heart, and this report is yours. And last but not least, I wish to congratulate Ideas on this meaningful milestone. Let us take this moment to celebrate the hard work done over 6 years together, but more importantly, let it energize us for the work ahead. Together, we can build an educational system that truly reflects the diverse and rich fabric of this wonderful country, Malaysia. May this report spark bold conversations, shape inclusive policies, and uplift voices that deserve to be heard. Let us together take Malaysia's education for the Orang Asli to the highest level. Thank you, everyone, for your presence today.